Hi everyone, today I want to share how to make a super delicious omelet and how to make oatmeal in the microwave. And I want to thank my mother-in-law, she's Nigerian, for teaching me how to make this incredible omelet. I hope you make it and I hope you enjoy it. The exact recipe will be in the description box below. So the first step is you want to chop some tomatoes and onions. You're only going to end up using a 1/4 cup of the diced tomatoes and 3 tablespoons of the diced onion, but I ended up dicing a lot more than that just because I use them for other things like tacos or salads. You can use any onion that you have on hand, for example, yellow or white. And in the upper left corner, there's a picture of a really great knife that was affordable. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it below. And it just has changed my kitchen game. It makes cutting such a breeze and actually a delight. Now you're going to add the onions and tomatoes to 6 cracked eggs. 6 eggs is going to be a hearty portion for 2 people. You could feed up to 4 people with this quantity, depending on what else you're serving for breakfast. And now let me walk you through how you're going to add some shrimp. Take 10 shrimp, put it in a microwave safe dish with 1/2 cup of water and a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. Microwave for 3 minutes on normal power, basically the default power setting of your microwave. Check the shrimp. It's probably going to need 2 to 3 minutes more until it looks that pink color in the middle picture. Then you're going to tear up that 10 shrimp into big chunks. Each shrimp will be 2 or 3 chunks. Add it to the eggs, and you're going to add 3 tablespoons of that liquid also surrounding the shrimp from your microwaved dish. So delicious. All right, y'all, now it's time to add the seasonings. We're going to be doing salt and pepper and then shown here some nutmeg. So grated fresh nutmeg makes a world of difference. It's something I learned from my mother-in-law, and I also find if you use fresh nutmeg in baked goods or in your mac and cheese, it is just the next level compared to the already pulverized stuff, powdered stuff that you buy in the grocery store. So you can get these on Amazon or at an Indian grocery store. Go ahead and grate. It's about 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then we're going to move on to salt and pepper. Okay, so you're going to add 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt and then a pinch of hot pepper. This is Nigerian hot pepper that my mother-in-law gave to me from Nigeria. It is delicious. It's smoky. I know you can't get it around here, but basically you could use cayenne pepper. You could even use some red pepper flakes. And then you're also going to grate in some Asiago cheese, about a tablespoon of Asiago. You can also use cheddar, but the Asiago just brings it to the next level, adds a little bit more nuttiness and flavor. As a quick note, if you don't have shrimp on hand or you have a shrimp allergy, you can substitute cooked diced beef or chicken. It's still really delicious. Okay, so mix up all your ingredients, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put 2 tablespoons of oil into your pan on medium-high heat. That's level 7 out of 10 on my stovetop. And when your pan is hot, I mean hot, like smoke is arising from your pan, that's when you're going to add the omelet. And as you can see in the picture on the far right, I added the omelet and it almost immediately starts bubbling up and the edges are getting crispy, okay, at least the right edge. The left edge, I have a little bit of uneven heat on my oven, so only one edge was crisping. But ideally, it'll all crisp up. And I want to make a note here about what pan to cook in. Cast iron is ideal because cast iron gets hotter than other types of pans, like stainless steel pans, for example. You can use stainless steel if that's all you have. But if you've been thinking about cast iron, or you already own one, just want to encourage you, don't be intimidated by cooking with cast iron. I will include a paragraph in the description box below about how to cook with cast iron, but a brief overview here is there's basically two things to know: how to maintain cast iron and then what to do when they're stuck on food. So usually when you cook with a cast iron pan, all you have to do is let it cool, and then you're just going to wipe the pan down with some oil on a paper towel, and there you go. It's ready to be used again. Okay? But I think a lot of times the trouble comes when they're stuck on food that you can't just wipe off with an oiled paper towel. In that scenario, you need to dislodge the food using either a plastic or wooden utensil. I use a plastic dish brush. And sometimes I also use a little bit of soap and water. People will say don't use any soap on cast iron, but occasionally you do need to scrub your pan down, and I've used a little bit of very dilute soap without a problem. The issue is if you ever scrub your pan down with water, with a little bit of soap, you're going to need to dry it completely, okay? And then you're going to need to, in that scenario, infuse the pan with oil afresh, okay? Because when you scrubbed, you removed some of the oils. It's almost like you gave the thing a bath and now it needs to have lotion again, okay? And so what you're going to do to infuse a cast iron pan with oil again, or what's called how to season the pan, is you're going to put lots of oil on it, and then you're going to bake it with that coating of oil in a 350-degree oven for an hour, and that will restore its non-stick properties. I highly recommend cast iron. And you want to flip when you can put your spatula under the egg and lift it, and there's a toasty surface on the other side. That's when you flip. And at some point you're toasting this bread, and then to make the microwave oatmeal, it's a cup of old-fashioned oats, 2.5 cups of water, and then I put it in a big bowl in my microwave for 15 minutes at 70% power. That is in the description box. But basically the oatmeal comes out perfect, and it makes for a really hearty breakfast with this omelet. Oatmeal on the stovetop is also just such a pain. Doing it in the microwave means that you don't have to worry about it burning the bottom of the pan. And if you use a big bowl on that reduced power, 70% power, it's not going to bubble over. The bread that I really like is gold miner sourdough, basically sourdough bread. And just if you didn't know this, bread freezes extremely well. There's no reason for bread to ever go bad. Just take it out of the freezer and toast it from frozen, and it'll still taste great as long as you kept it wrapped in its plastic with another layer of plastic around it to prevent freezer burn taste. Okay guys, so breakfast is ready. We have this delicious omelet with some fruit on the side. Here it's fresh blackberries, some nice toast, and that wonderful oatmeal. I like to serve my oatmeal with some warm milk and honey. You could also throw some fruit and almonds in there. And this, along with a hot cup of coffee or some hot tea, this will just keep you going until dinner, you know, or if you want to eat lunch too, that's fine too. But I just encourage you to get into breakfast. You know, I used to skip breakfast all the time, just down a cup of coffee. And really, it was my Nigerian in-laws that just helped me learn about the joy of a hearty breakfast. They take their breakfast seriously. And it has just been such a blessing to me to enjoy a well-rounded breakfast in the morning. So I hope you make this. I hope you start eating a real deal breakfast, and be blessed. Have a great day.